Hello, my classy people. Wayne Bolden. It is Mother's Day. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all our classy ladies out there. And by the way, you should have gotten a love gift from all of us here. We sent you the tip sheets for Saturday the 10th out at Belmont at Aqueduct, the full card as a little love gift. You know, we just want to show our appreciation to the ladies for sure. And remember, tip sheets for the Preakness and Black Eye Susan 1 week from this weekend are available. $20 each day. Unless you buy both, you'll save $5, $35 for both days on Preakness weekend. Email us at speedking24@yahoo.com and or text the office at 732-804-0637. Great way to support us. Well, I wanted to kind of start doing a few profiles for the Preakness. Now, I just got a communication from one of our members, Carl, Mr. Carlton. Thanks so much, man. Very classy dude, right? Always defending the SpeedKing. He's got my back, right? As most of you do. That Rodriguez is out. So no Rodriguez, the son of Authentic, won't be in there, right? So, you know, the field is dwindling down, right? I mean, come on. But anyway, there is a new shooter on the scene that I want us to discuss a week before they run. Okay, this is a horse profile for the Preakness. And the horse name is Clever Again. Well, fresh and fit and fast. Did some pace numbers on this one, internal, eighth splits, quarter splits, full, half. I mean, you know, this one is very good. Trained by Steve Asmussen, Clever Again, by Triple Crown winner, okay, the first one after 37 years of not having a Triple Crown, American Pharaoh, I believe, on the back end by Galileo, the Irish breed. So it kind of tells me this horse might want a turf as well. But he's doing just fine, thank you very much, on the dirt. Well, Clever Again will be showing up in the Preakness. Has Jose Ortiz listed now as the rider, unless Sandman comes along for Mike McCarthy into the Preakness. And Winchell Thoroughbreds is the owner, and John Tabor and Michael Tabor, I would believe, are the owners. Well, this Clever Again obviously is bred top and bottom to go the distance, obviously by a Triple Crown sire, American Pharaoh, and they paid $500,000 for him. Now, the horse broke his maiden in Keeneland, a late starter in April of last year. What's weird is April 2024, April 21st, 2024, we didn't see Clever Again until February 2025. So this horse was away for 10 months. I don't know what happened there, okay? Ran second on April 21st, 2024. Didn't see him again until Hot Spring, Arkansas, Oaklawn Park, February 23, 2025. So that's about 10 months. Broke his maiden at first asking. So whatever his problem was, they corrected it as soon as they brought him back 10 months later. You don't typically see that with 2-year-olds. Run in April and then don't see him for 10 months. But whatever they did, the horse broke his maiden in February of 2025. They gave him about 5 weeks off, came back at Oaklawn Park March 30th at the Hot Springs Stakes, okay? And he won the race and earned beautiful speed figure with internal splits that were just off the chain. He was even money. They knew he was coming. And just very fast splits that day and internal fractions, okay? I think he went 3/4 in 111 in that race. And I think they were going, how far were they going? They were going a mile. Okay, so they're stretching them out even further, a mile and 3/16 in the Preakness. So I wanted to take a look at this horse, and I'm telling you right now, the horse should have learned more out of his third start, obviously. And again, when I talk about these babies, right, remember this, always look because they're developing. They haven't hit their effective level yet. They're still developing. So when you read the racing form on these horses, you're either projecting what you think the last race and his race leading up to his last race or her last race, what they're going to do off of there. That's why it's so important to have time in between a top effort into your next race, so you have time to recover. So this horse ran beautiful in his third start, and so the speed figures got a little bit better from the first to the second to the third start with that big 10-month layoff between starts 1 and 2. So again, he ran last on March 30th. It is going to be May 17th. So that's 6 weeks. So nothing should be ailing him. He shouldn't react off of the Hot Springs Stake race. That's for sure. You got 6 weeks to recover. And the question is, and this is where I said we're projecting. They're young horses. How much better did he get in his fourth start? That's scary. Okay? I would like to move him ahead a point and a half. For every point, it's about 3/4. I figure every 3/4 of a point is about a length. That's how we used to do it back in the old days. I think this horse may improve 1 or 2 lengths off his last race. Okay? Going into his fourth start. So let's have a healthy discussion. We understand the reporter horse journalism is going to be there. That's fine. He can take all the money. I'm probably not going to pick him on top. I didn't pick him in the Derby, and he had 4 or 5 weeks in between races, and I surely ain't going to pick him probably going into the Preakness off of a 2-week turnaround with travel and everything else at a very, very short price. He was the favorite going into the Derby. What do you think you're going to be in a 7-8 horse field? Okay, having run second, and your lying eyes tell you that, well, he's going to win. Well, can he win? Sure he can win. Again, there's just no reason for me to wager on him, particularly now on a short return. So I'm looking for value in the race and horses that are fresh, fit, and fast that's ready to move forward. Okay? So, but that being said, if Journalist shows up, he should be the favorite. Ran second in the Kentucky Derby. But let's talk about Clever Again, the new shooter. Remember, we're projecting. These horses are not older horses that have condition handicapping where they circle in and circle out of form. No, these babies are improving. So you're projecting. If they're coming off a big top and they're returning quick, they're probably going to regress. Now, if you look at journalism, for example, last race at the Derby, he regressed off the Santa Anita Derby, speed figure wise. Why? That was a big top. Okay? I mean, he still ran very good, but he still didn't run the number he ran back in the Santa Anita Derby. That's just what it is. But anyway, yeah, you want to always be leery of taking horses off their top number. I like betting horses coming in off of an off race. In this case, with Clever Again, it's just nice, steady improvement, which most Steve Asmussen horses look like that. See 50 stars. There he goes with that 50-star horse about 20 years ago. But yeah, let's talk about Clever Again. This horse, when I ran him through my database, man, and I look at his eighth and his quarter splits and come home time in his third start, then how much more then in his fourth start? You know, this horse is very, very talented. Looks like this horse has a bright, bright future. Let's talk about Clever Again. And by the way, I got him as a morning line of 5 or 6 to 1 with the 7 or 8 horses are in. Somebody's telling me this horse is going to be 12 or 14 to 1. So again, let's just have a healthy discussion. We'll do more profiling with other horses that potentially can get into the Preakness. I think the draw has been moved from Monday to Tuesday, right? The 14th now. I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Clever Again. Our horse profile. We think this is a new shooter, and you better pay attention. It's my boy, of course. It's Asmussen and Winchell. This one looks like a runner, y'all, if you ask your SpeedKing. Nobody asked you, SpeedKing. Stay classy. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mommies out there. We couldn't do it without you, girls. Couldn't do it without you. My name is Wayne Bolden. I'm the SpeedKing. Of course. Stay classy. Have a great weekend.